get to where they're coming to their prime of their life.
Yeah.
Players like me and you are primes in our rearview mirror.
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Yeah, they my good days are behind me.
But not saying we can't go.
Test for good ball.
We just feel it a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's when that injury happened.
Yeah, my calf. I don't know what happened. Some of the calves got tight real quick.
I thought it was your knee because you and Chris were going for a rebound and y'all's hips hit, and I think you tweaked your knee.
Yeah, felt that.
Not until you're done. You can have them, but don't eat them until you're done. Okay?
Felt like we really surprised them.
Yeah. And they're the defending champs. They've got.
For us not to get stomped, and that's what the guys on our team were thinking, was we was going to get stomped, and it just shows playing team ball. Everybody putting in a good effort, you can really play some good ball.
And
really excited. Had a lot of fun on it.
And with the single elimination, anything can happen. So, when you have the double elimination tournament, you can play and lose and work your way back into it. But the single elimination, you can't toy with teams.
Yeah,
But this is y'all's first season, and like I said, y'all really got some talent on the team, and it just takes a little while for everybody to learn each other.
Yeah, gel together. Everybody figure out everybody's skill and play. So hopefully we can have most of them, all of them, come back. We lost Chris Howard. He broke his ankle first game of the league.
And then Royal
shoulder went out, and he just wasn't really able to play again. I understand why, being confident, not confident in that shoulder. Yeah. I've been there before. That's a lot of pain. It hurts.
Yeah, see, I've got one that comes out, and I was there when we were working on it. We couldn't get it back in on Royal, and
that sucker. It fell out, and when it fell out, it was far out. So,
and then they take you to the hospital and charge you $1,000 for an aspirin that don't do nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been there too many times. But yeah, hopefully.
They pull a gun on you if you need a painkiller.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for a painkiller ain't gonna happen. Hopefully he can get it fixed throughout the rest of the year. Maybe be able to come back next year. I don't know if he has that type of insurance or whatnot, but we pray for him. The Lord will provide, hopefully, and let him get fixed because he's young.
Yeah. And he's still been able to work, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Still been able to work. He just wasn't ready for basketball. So.
Now, out here tonight, you got Bobo and Wilfred Hall, and Wilfred's got a lot of talent, but what they kind of lack is that one person to come in there and be the general on the court. And you've got to have. I think you always should have one person to be that general, kind of control your lineups, and one person to talk to the refs. Sometimes you can have the general that can do both, but if you get 4 or 5 players jawing at the refs, the calls ain't gonna go your way.
No, not at all. Not at all. They're gonna call what they see. We're not gonna be able to stop it, but.
And then, when the jawing starts, sometimes they'll make a big point out of something to prevent something else from breaking loose.
I think that's what our game ran into some, is there was some trash talking going to them, and it's basketball. It's going to get physical, but
he thought he was going to miss his shot, and
you got to be smart.
I'm sorry, I cut you off on that last part. Churchy shoots. Nope. What'd you say?
Just saying, it's basketball is physical, and it's going to get physical, but you got to play smart physical.
Yeah, you like foul when the ref ain't looking.
Yeah.
Well, and there's things you can do so where you get under somebody's skin. You can get an elbow in there or something when you have their body blocking it.
Exactly.
And the ref will catch that retaliation more than he catches that initial thing. So
I think
it's kind of dirty playing, but you
do that, you get in people's heads.
Get you an advantage here and there.
I like to get in the opponent's head, just talk a little trash to them, keep it clean and fun.
Yeah.
especially when they try shooting a lot of threes and you just get in them. And
Well, there's players in this league that can't play when they're mad, and then there's players that you don't want them mad because they just turn it on.
yeah, they turn into destroyers.
Like Churchy here, number 13, if he gets insulted or something, he just proves himself instantaneously.
I know that's what happened tonight on my team with CJ. He got mad at himself and he started playing real bad. And I tried telling him on our half over there, he was mad, and I said, you can't get mad at yourself because that's when you start playing bad.
Well, and when the shot, sometimes you just keep shooting, trying to get yourself into it. Go to that basket, get the ball, get an easy shot. I mean,
yeah, start getting some down low
you get
stuff.
down low, it's an 80% shooting percentage versus something that's a 20%.
Out here, yeah.
And then you got Levi on the other team. He usually is probably about a 20 to 30% shooter, but he gets 3 attempts because he rebounds so dang much.
Sure.
So, you get a 33% shooter that grabs 2 rebounds, he's going to make one of them, And he'll miss a shot just because, all right, most of us, especially as seasoned adults, we can jump once, maybe jump with him. He can probably jump higher, but we got more body. Yeah. But he goes back up the second, third, fourth. He's like a kangaroo. He just pops up and down. And
he's got springs, and you can't stop him.
It's not the going up that bothers us. It's the coming down.
Yeah, I got one good jump in me. Every 30 seconds. So
I'm in no danger of ever dunking. I don't even like hanging the net when I'm on the ladder up there. But
yeah, my big jumping days are gone.
I just got too much weight, and you get that weight going somewhere, I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah. Too many ACL surgeries have slowed down my jumping program. But this is a good league, man. There's a lot of good players out here.
Yeah, and like the guy that just made the shot, B-Rob, he's played professional basketball. He's coached. He's runs his own business. 6-0 athletes. He's worked for Pure Sweat, which develops talent for the NBA.
Oh, really?
We've got on our team. We got the number 1 player in the nation. Granted, he's 14 years old, but I mean to be the top number 1, not in Brazoria County, not in the state of Texas, the nation.
Wow.
You've got. I don't see him out here tonight. MJ White, the guy gets an interception to send his team to the Super Bowl for the Carolina Panthers, his rookie season.
Wow.
And you've got several pro football players. Darkswan here, he played for the practice squad for the Cowboys for a little while, number 41.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but the difference, he told me, football you play for 5 seconds and rest for 30. It's basketball, you're running up and down and barely get a rest. See, Camden's so scrappy on defense. But he got called on that one. He hit the ball though.
He did. That was a good defensive play.
Good way to get under him. I mean, Churchy was there and he blocked his initial thing and he just rolled it off the back. B-Rob. See, I've seen Brandon come out here and score 60 points before.
Dang.
I mean, it's just. But see, he led the league in the European Basketball League. He shot. He was almost 70% from three-point land in professional basketball. So he played. I think he led Angleton State, his high school thing. Played for like a missionary Baptist college. Then he played for the St. Louis Phoenix in the developmental league. Then he went to the European Basketball League where he played for Kosovo, Montenegro, and then Iceland. Then took a job coaching a college in St. Louis, and then went to work for Pure Sweat. And just knows the game in and out, knows the mechanics, but he does so much repetition and skill set, muscle memory. But he works.
What does he do now?
That's what he runs. No, he runs 6-0, which is, he's been training DJ and Bryce, and he's developed a lot of these players for the colleges.
hurt?
Hey, how's your brother doing? How's your brother doing? Good.
You probably done playing.
That's what I was gonna say. I think he's done. Is he gonna? You got any plans of getting the shoulder fixed for good, or you're not gonna?
Once they probably done get in place, he's left.
Yeah.
They're in the fridge.
B-Rob. Ooh. He was safe.
Yeah. That looks like it hurt.
I think it was louder than what it was, you know. You know, I just came back from the Philippines and they play in flip-flops.
No.
Barefooted. You know. But if you've never, I mean, a lot of them guys don't have shoes,
Yeah,
you know,
so you get used to it. I mean, it's just like us playing in good shoes.
And then a strap will break on the flip-flop and they run with one flip-flop. It just... Dunk it, Don'Twan!
Oh, wow. He's too strong.
You want him on your offensive line.
Yeah.
Football.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want him running your offense on a basketball court. It's a 5X jersey.
Just turn it down a little bit. Just turn it down a little bit. You'll make it.
Matter of fact, don't dunk it. I don't want my rim breaking. Do one of the monster dunks on it.
I think it'd be the one to pull the whole backboard down, shatter the glass, you know.
When Big Sim would go up, Greg and I just cringe because, you know, Simp's 6'9", 330 pounds at the time, and I mean, he was just a monster, baby Shaq, basically.
Yeah.
Maybe not 320, but he was big. Look at Camden going to the hole. Cut it to 9. And B-Rob just keeps playing. And that's smart by B-Rob. Just keep playing.
Keep it going, yeah.
And you can either stay there stuck on stupid arguing or you can get back.
Exactly.
So he forces them to make a decision. And,
Yep.
and then it keeps the ball game going.
Exactly. Get back to playing ball. Sitting there trying to contest it when it's called is not going to get you anywhere.
Churchy, he's at the line. He's one of my favorites here in the league.
Is that Churchy 13?
Yeah.
This looks like a good team.
See, that's Ricky's brother, right? What's his name? It's Jalen's brother. Jalen's brother. He looks like Ricky Fields. That's why I asked you one time if Ricky was playing for two teams.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he does kind of look like Ricky, don't he?
Yeah. B-Rob. Dunk it next time, B-Rob. Well, he can move too for his size. Actually, he looks like he's down about 10 pounds from. And that, you know, when you're a bigger guy, you lose 10 pounds, it makes a difference in your speed.
We picked him up for one of our games. He was making some threes.
Any predictions? I don't know if you came on a lot of the Thursdays, but
I've been watching pretty much every game. You know, putting them on YouTube, watching the films of them, the ones that are on there, and
yeah, you know, the Browns are undefeated when number 13, the guy with the blonde hair, when he starts, they hadn't been beat.
Yeah.
The one game he started, Mr. Lackey. You know.
Yeah.
It was a turning point in their season, I think.
It was it. I think you're right. I remember that.
You know, they ended up winning without him. Now, with him being in there tomorrow, you never know what might happen.
Yeah. I could see him going all the way.
Yeah.
I could see Boo's team and Candace's team.
They're the team to beat. I think your heavy favorite's probably going to be Bobo and them, which we play tomorrow, just based on what's happened. But, you know, Mario and them, they ran the table this year. This is the last one. Oh, I gave it to you. D-Rock goes at him, draws a little space, gets a shot off. Shot don't fall. Rebound by the Freeport boy. Oh. Goes right at the defense. That's how you make them pay.
Nobody's hustling back down here.
Well, and the guy that's back, he's got too much responsibility. Jaquil's his name. I gotta grab their line. Carl Reese about to check in for Wilford Hall's team. It seems like every time I looked up, I see old Churchy at the free throw line. You got JoJo number 5. D-Rock number 3, 12 is Carl Arizi, Wilford Hall's number 1, and 25 is Jaquil for Wilford Hall's team. You got B-Rob number 11 for White, 25 is Camden. Number 3, I don't know him yet. 13 is Churchy, and Dartwine's number 41. Kyle is number 3. Cannon with the rebound. I like how they controlled the pace. Turned the ball over on cue. If you're watching a game and just, somebody misses an obvious shot, that's because I told them that. I told the crowd they were fixing to make it, Announcers curse. JoJo pulls up. Short. D-Rock gets it. Acts like he's playing a game of half court, clears it, gets it back in there. JoJo puts it up. Kyle, there's about 2 defenders. Good hustle by Wilford. You can't leave him open. Look at Wilford catching Darchwan sleeping. Got to make it though. No, they ain't got a bench, do they? Ooh, Kyle. Carl got it to single digits. Darchwan looks a little winded out there.
Yeah, he looks wore out.
Yeah, he plays hard. I've seen him play a few 40-minute games, and he plays good for about 30 seconds and 39 minutes and 30 seconds. He's sitting there huffing wind. And they're inching back into this.
They're coming back, that's for sure.
B-Rob will hit a quick 3 to close the half. You'll hit a quick 3 to close the half.
No, don't do that. Don't talk about. Don't talk about.
Watch. Kyle
there it is.
B-Rob will still one. Watch it.
Yeah.
Trap coming. D-Rock. Clock don't stop. At the end of the first half, it is 47-39 Canyon over Wilford Hall. Thank you for joining me, man. I appreciate it. I got to bring one of the guys from Bill from Boo McFarland's team. I'm going to interview him. Kyle.
Back in this store. Now you can sub in immediately. No, we knew we got. I know what you're saying, but I don't want to hear it.
A little arguing here. Confusion. I don't see how you can come out of halftime with 6 players. It's just failure to communicate with each other during halftime. Kyle, he misses that one.
Yes, they do.
D-Rock pushing the ball, shoots. Kyle off the glass. Churchy with good hands.
Telegraphed that.
And he passed it too late.
He let him know he was going to pass it. He kind of would have waited a little and then pass it.
We got our defending champions. Bloody Bill over here. Y'all just beat Jacob Dawson and them. And, I was actually impressed. They got a few younger players, and, they're going to get better as time progresses. But I think, y'all got too many weapons. And
as the league continue to go, that's how young talent. We like to see them grow and get better. We're going to be done in a few years. So the league has to go on, so we like to see the young talent and show us their skills.
And see, that's the thing. Y'all don't have a lot of them here tonight, but y'all have added some younger players to y'all's team. From the Durant, I look for Durant's team in the next two, if they don't somehow steal it this year, in the next 2-3 years to pick up one, because you get Larry and Durant is probably at the prime of his life for the next 4 or 5 years. And, you know, as they do, these teams are going to get older. And, you know, Father Time's undefeated. And who do y'all play tomorrow?
We play Haynes.
Okay. So that's a good matchup. Y'all owe them one from the first week.
Yes, we do.
Y'all had the game. Y'all were up most of the game, and they just had a momentum shift with about 10 minutes left in that first game. And
Yeah, that was really our first game.
Yeah, it was y'all's first game.
A lot of us four of us came from different teams. We were all on different teams last year, so we were all finding each other. But ever since then, though, we kind of found ourselves as a team, as a unit, and we're going to avenge that loss. We're going to the championship.
yeah, and then, you know, there's a few really solid teams in here, and anything can happen in single elimination. You get some teams that can play real well in the tournament, but the regular season hardly anybody shows up. They play with 5 players or something like that, and then come playoff time they turn it on. But you know, last year in the tournament, the number 8 seat knocked out the number 1 seat in the first round, but it was single elimination, and it was a buzzer beater by DeBo's brother Jalen. So you know, but the intensity of the game when it's single elimination changes.
It changes because you can go home.
Yeah.
And then you get a woman.
And
I'm looking forward to seeing these last Final Four teams after the single elimination. It's going to be some good basketball, those 2 out of 3.
And how you can adapt to a team. Because, all right, so you do something that somebody considers an upset. You beat the favorite of the game. Now, what kind of adjustments do they make, and can they figure out how you beat them, and then they make that adjustment? But
I think the success in this league, just everybody playing together and not arguing with each other.
Yeah.
Once everybody's on one accord, it seems to always go well. Most of the time, the meltdowns come once an argument starts with whatever team or that's going on. As long as you're playing together, the games always be close, like right now. It's kind of but no arguing, everybody playing together.
Well, and B-Rob, I don't know if you saw this in the first half. You were right over there when it happened. D-Rock was arguing with the ref about something. D-Rock just throws the ball in because the ref don't have to touch it. Now D-Rock makes the decision, do you want to argue with the ref or do you go and play defense? And, you know, it makes the game keep going. So it was very smart by B-Rob. So let him sit there and argue with the ref. I'm going to go score. And, you know, D-Rock's got pretty good talent, number 3.
Good take, Wolf.
Don't even breathe on him.
But I'm really happy with how everything's playing out. I'll just wait till tomorrow, see what tomorrow. I'm excited.
And y'all don't have the possibility of playing Bobo until possibly a championship series, huh? But you can't look past DK. That's what you got to concentrate on now.
Oh no, we're not looking past nobody.
You know.
We beat us already. We own them. We're not looking past nobody, but I can say we're very confident.
Yeah.
Very confident.
Well, one thing I know is y'all probably have 2 of the loudest players in the league. I've always called you and Juicy the loudest players. But I think a good matchup for you and DK because about the same stature and both play good and physical. Because I kind of call him their enforcer, you know. He's probably, you know, some of these.
Don't let the game get out of control tomorrow. Keep attitudes out of it and just let it be basketball. I think we're going to see a good round.
And what's helped y'all is over the years, the maturity level has gotten so much better in y'all's. And, you know, something that calls that didn't go your way 5 years ago for Boo's team, it cost them the game because they'd lose it. And now it doesn't bother them anymore. And I don't think that DK and them are quite at that maturity level yet. So I think if the referees are a big factor, it hurts them more than it hurts y'all because of the way they react to it. You see what I'm saying? I don't see MJ out there tonight. Or did he go off and play football?
No, I don't think he played 3 games. You know the 3-game rule.
I think he did, but
I can look here. See, MJ's been doing a lot with camps and stuff. He does a lot of stuff for the community, and a lot of integrity. Good guy.
Good guy.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Now the only one. Oh, they lost. They have Angel down for 2, but then they also sometimes somebody won't check in with the book, and then the book writes red shorts or something.
Which I need to do better of. I never checked in with the books, but everybody knows who I am.
Yeah.
I need
And
to start doing better with it.
but MJ looks like he's good. Yeah. No, MJ played 5 games.
He did?
Yeah, so he's good.
Okay. Well, hope to see him tomorrow. Well,
So,
like you.
All right. Well, thank you.
I'll be here for the interview of the game before our game. I'll sit over here with you.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. And then if you're the final game, we'll get you right after the game. So. All right. Thank you. Churchy rims out. Rebound here. JoJo.
Come on, son.
B-Rob misses. Jaquel. Shot won't fall. JoJo puts it back. Nope. Puts it back again. And it goes. Kyle gets it to Darchwan. Darchwan swings it over B-Rob. B-Rob gets Jaquel up in the air. Pulls up. Shoots. That guy's a machine. Carl Arizi, not his shot. That's his. He didn't make it though. JoJo puts it back. Churchy. Bet you can't do it again. D-Rock short. Tipped by Churchy. Oh, goes right back to Churchy. Churchy tips it. No. D-Rock. Boom. Churchy gonna do one just to prove me wrong. Boy, that's a big screen right there. Oh, look at the pass by Camden. B-Rob got way too much speed. Oh, Camden with the offensive rebound. Gets it over to Kyle. Tell you, Camden and them, they have a real good possibility of stealing the championship this year. And, you know, several years Camden's been second place, but you add a superstar player like B-Rob to your lineup and Churchy, and there's a real good possibility they're going to be champions. Ooh. JoJo. Kyle off the glass. Shot won't fall. D-Rock gets a rebound. They're not completely out of it. Down by 14. Down by 14 still. It looks like Cannon and them are just toying with them now. But you get too sloppy. But you're not going to get back in the game missing shots like that.
Businesses, man, do international trade, you be the billionaire.
And I'm gonna have to get with you. I got you a check and Cleveland a check. I already talked to Anthony. I'll figure out what I owe him. But I think they only did like that you work on Tuesday and Thursday. So we'll figure out what we owe you and get it right.
It's gonna be the same for all three because we only work. What's called?
What?
Yeah, he only worked what we worked Tuesday, today, and tomorrow. That's it.
So but I'll get him his check next week. But I don't think I got you the right amount on your check this week. So. What? Huh?
Wilford! Carl Arizi. Making it look easy. It ain't dodgeball, Dutch one. JoJo.
Ketchup or anything? And cheese? Get some of that relish that's in there and mustard and a piece of cheese.
Carl Reezy, make it look easy. 9-point game. Churchy's ticking the clock. Tick, tick, tick. B-Rob swings it. Camden. See, I would have done 2 or 3 more passes. I mean, behind that clock. JoJo breaks it to 7. And the clock will stop inside 2 minutes. So they're actually coming back here. Dartron! Carl Reezy around the screen, pulls up, shoots. Shot won't fall, nobody to rebound but Churchy. B-Rob, he ain't losing the ball. Knockdown. Cursing. Churchy draws contact. There was a grown man move. Josh, after the game's over, don't cut. I'm gonna bring Cannon over. I'm assuming Cannon wins, but. Kyle knocks it loose. Comes up with Churchy, got it. Oh, good behind the back. Wide open, Kyle. Just too many weapons. D-Rock for 3. Boy, it got quiet. Churchy. Arizi. Camden, come over here as soon as the game's over. Come over here as soon as the game's over. Arizi. Making it look easy. That'll be a not top 10. Dunk it, Dark One. And we got Camden.
What's wrong with it?
Getting the win over Wilford Hall. Wilford Hall and them actually hung with them, stayed in, and I think they brought it down to a 7-point gap, but Camden and them kind of pulled away.
So I'm gonna grab Camden real quick and we'll interview him. Camden, they're gonna. I'll just have him sit right here if that's all right, Josh. All right, sit right here, and then the camera's right there. Good victory out here tonight. We got Camden over here. You know, they came and y'all kind of toyed with them for a little while. They cut it to within 7, and then y'all just did what y'all had to do and pulled away with it. But I think you having B-Rob this year gives y'all a big change, and Churchy. Those are 2 big pickups for you. So who do you play tomorrow night?
Bay City.
Bay City.
Top
Okay,
team.
Yeah. And,
Looking forward to that one.
you know, there's been several years you came up second. I think you've added the weapons to win the championship. So, you know, you just got to take one game at a time, and big tough game tomorrow for you. So, what do you think your main thing I hadn't watched a whole lot of them play yet, just from being out of town, but they got a few weapons on their team.
Yeah, they got a few, especially the tall one, man. A few, and I like the little point guard they got. The lefty, he penetrate dish real good.
And
Our guy got a quick shot, quick release.
It makes you play better when you're playing a team that you respect. But the biggest advantage they have going into the tournament is the element of surprise, because, you know, most of these guys, we've been playing with each other for 10 years now, so we all know each other, we know what to do. But then you get in here and you're playing 7 or 8 guys that you've never played with or seen, and, you know, it'll bring out the best in you sometimes, but then sometimes they can steal it from you. You got to figure it out. But B-Rob hit a bunch of shots tonight. I think Darchwan probably needs a 6th player out there just to kind of give him some wind. I mentioned it in the first. I said, Darchwan, I've seen him play a few 40-minute games. He'll hustle for 30 seconds and 39 minutes and 30 seconds. He's out of breath.
Yeah, man. I mean, but I think 8. But yeah, that team, they gonna. I mean, we know them. We know them from years of playing in high school. I played with some of them in high school before, so I know some of them. And they always been good like that, even when we was in school. But they're real scrappy.
And that's the thing. When y'all start playing that press and the closing minutes of a half, teams just can't get the ball past y'all, and it's been like that. Y'all, and then years ago, Pooh Bush's team was like that, and they ended up winning the championship that year. So, if you can't get the ball across the court, you ain't gonna win.
Yeah, but we been struggling though, man. Had all our players here. So.
Will you have everybody tomorrow?
Now Bobby beat down, messed up his ankle. And Kyrie going off to college, so that's 2 key players that hurt. But we should still be all right. Everybody else should be here. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. And you know, injuries. You know, it's okay to get injured in the first week or 2, but you know, like we're missing Bo this year because he was injured, and you know, they thought they could play. They misread the rules. They thought they could save him for the tournament, but we had to play 3 games this year. So, and you know, if you come out here and you played 2 games and get injured, then we're pretty good with it.
Order from the bottom.
But I think y'all got a real good shot. There's a lot of good teams. You really don't know who's going to win. I mean, you know, Bobo is probably one of the favorites on the Tuesday side, which we're playing tomorrow. They lost Jalen, and I'm telling our team that where Bobo's beatable is, all right, Bobo's going to get his. Just let him. And we need to not let Third and Dejan beat us. So we focus on those 2 guys that can put up 18 to 20 points. Well, that's 40 points. If you can cut that to 20, that's a 20.
Also got to watch out for Kenny, man.
Yeah.
Sneaky. Don't let him get hot on you. He'll shoot your lights out too.
Yeah.
So you watch out for him too. They got a lot of weapons on their team too. Like I said, we played with them. They also played with me before, so I know what they can do. All of them.
Yeah. So. And Bobo has made to where he can shoot 3s now. Used to his range was top of the key and mid range, but he's worked on his game, and really they've got a tough team. You know, Derek and them have always been just right at the cusp, kind of like y'all have been there. So, you know, Boo, you and them, I think they've got a lot to prove too, because here you win
2 seasons in a row. You win the fall championship, and now they've only lost 2 games, and everybody's pretty much counting them out. So D-Rock, and you know, so that makes them want to play that much more. So it's a good matchup with them and DK tomorrow, and DK and them beat them the first week. So a little bit of a grudge match. So
that's gonna be a nice one too. Both teams real scrappy. Both teams play physical. Both teams can score, get out and run.
And then when you get to the series, it's how you can adapt to a team. A team beats you, then you have to say, what did they do to beat me? And then you got to make adjustments. So I like the series aspect of it. And then where y'all had lost early in several tournaments when it was double elimination, and then y'all played 5 games in a row. So now you're not at that disadvantage. Everybody's on the same playing field. So, but all right, we'll wrap it up. And thank you, Ken. Appreciate it. All right, go ahead and kill it, Josh. Yeah, give me your number too. So go ahead and kill it.